Okay, we are live. Mr. Raven, are we ready to proceed? Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to read off some admonitions. These are important, so you need to listen to them. Once I read off the admonitions, I'll call the docket. When I call your name, if you would please rise. Even if you're represented by counsel, your counsel will also stand up, but I want to physically see that you're here and present in the courtroom. After we're done with the docket, after I'm done calling the docket, if you don't hear your name, wait for me to ask if anybody didn't hear their name, and then raise your hand and we'll figure out what's going on. We'll get you resolved as well. So if you're required to be here today, you've been charged with either a Class A or Class B misdemeanor. This means that the range of punishment I can impose on you if you're found guilty or if you plead guilty or no contest is a year in jail, a fine of up to $4,000, court costs and/or probation with a wide range of conditions and terms. So these charges should not be taken lightly. You do have certain rights. Waiving any of these rights must be done freely and voluntarily. You have the right to plead not guilty and demand a trial by jury. That means that the prosecutor will be required to prove every element of the crime filed against you, and a jury will need to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed the crime alleged. You can also waive your right to trial by jury and have your case heard before me alone. You may also plead guilty, where you will admit that you committed the crime alleged, and that would allow me to find you guilty without a trial. You may also plead nullo contendere, or no contest, which means you are neither confirming nor denying you committed the crime, but it will have the same effect of a guilty plea, and it will allow me to find you committed the crime without the necessity of a trial. You must enter a plea. If you do not enter a plea, I will enter a not guilty plea for you, and we will proceed to trial. You have the right to not incriminate yourself, which means you will not be required to speak to the county attorney or law enforcement. You will also not be required to testify on your own behalf. You have the right to hire an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one to you after making a determination that you cannot, in fact, afford one. This does not mean the attorney is necessarily free to you. If you plead guilty or no contest, or if you are found guilty, I may impose on you the fees for the court-appointed attorney, and if so imposed, you will be ordered to pay those fees with any other court costs or fines. If you are appointed an attorney today, or if you need time to hire an attorney, your case will be reset and you will be ordered to appear in this courtroom at a later date. You also have the right to represent yourself. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, I will give you an opportunity to visit with the county attorney and you can discuss a possible plea bargain or other resolution. Please understand that the county attorney does not represent you. Today, on behalf of the county attorney's office, we have Assistant County Attorney Neil Connors. I like Mr. Neil Connors and he is very reasonable and I have no doubt that he will work with you, but it is important that you understand that he does not represent you. He represents the state. If you would like to speak to Mr. Connors this afternoon, I'll give you an opportunity to do so. For those of you who may qualify for pretrial supervision, I will review your case and if approved, I will reset your case for up to 1 year. This 1 year is your one shot at getting this case dismissed. You will make agreements with Mr. Knight's office to be placed on community supervision in accordance to certain rules. You must follow each of those rules, and if you fail to comply with those agreements, your case will be set on the docket, and we will move forward with adjudicating your guilt. All resets will be done through my office. If you cannot be in court on your scheduled date, you must file a motion for continuance with the county clerk's office 10 days before your scheduled date. I will consider motions after that time if they are agreed to by both the prosecution and the defense. But if you fail to appear at your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. If you hire an attorney after today, please make sure they're familiar with these rules because ultimately it is you who will be held responsible. Now, if you are arrested because you failed to come into court, the terms of your bond will be considered at the next available court date. No need for you to contact my office or the county attorney's office or the county clerk's office, and there's no need for your family to do so either. Your best bet to avoid this unfortunate circumstance is to simply do exactly what you've done this afternoon, which is show up for your court date. So thank you all in advance for being here. We'll try to get you through and on back to the rest of your day just as quickly as possible. I'm going to call the afternoon docket. David Guzman. Mr. Connors?
Your Honor, our announcement on that is to have you call.
Okay. Ariana Espinosa, waiver of arraignment was granted April 9th, 2021. Maria Manzano, waiver of arraignment was granted April 9th, 2021. Brandy Bustamante, Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Please be seated. Right now, just mark all as conferring. Travis Nunez, case was resolved on the morning docket. Hector Mueller. Hi, Mr. Mueller. Do you have an attorney? Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel today? Please have a seat and I'll get with you at the end of the docket. Thank you, sir. Freddie Salinas. Good afternoon, Mr. Salinas. Do you have an attorney? Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel today? Okay, thank you, sir. I'll be with y'all after the docket. Please have a seat. Kayla Branson. Oh, there she is. Miss Branson, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to put you back on mute. Mark y'all as conferring, Miss Yoon. Update this. Jose Rocha, waiver of arraignment was granted April 9th, 2021. Edward Sonnenfeld, case was reset to May 18th, 2021. Matthew Gonzalez, waiver of arraignment was granted April 9th, 2021. Nicole Coverts. Hi, Ms. Coverts. Do you have an attorney? Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel? Yes. Okay, please be seated. I'll be docket. Thank you, ma'am. Billy White. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, we request an alias this warrant, a $250 cash bond to be sick, subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. Manuel Villarreal. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, we request an alias this warrant, $250 cash bond to be sick, subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. Joe Gabriel Perez. Case was resolved on the morning docket. Jessica Esparza. Mr. Connors.
Yes, Your Honor. Jessica Esparza, we would request an alias this warrant, a $250 cash bond, just releasing, subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. John Sines. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, same announcement, alias this warrant, $250 cash bond, just releasing, subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. Thank you, sir. Travis Madsen. Mr. Connors.
This is in conjunction with case number 22. Subject to the call.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, also cross-reference this case 22. It's not. It is case warrant, $250 cash bond to release the subject to the call.
Thank you, sir. Granted, subject to the call. Stanley Etheridge. Mr. Etheridge is in custody in Victoria County. He doesn't have any active alias KPS warrants. The court is going to reset him for a later docket. We'll reset him in the July docket. Let's do July 27th. Is that right? Yes. Okay. His case will be reset to July 27th, 2021. Hopefully he'll be free and easy by that time. Maya Moya. Mr. Connors.
Alias KPS warrant, $250 cash bond to release the subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. Thank you. Jeremiah Martinez. Hey, Mr. Martinez, do you have an attorney? Or will you be seeking court-appointed counsel this afternoon? Okay, thank you, sir. I will be with you shortly. Travis Madsen, we issued an alias KPS on case number 18. Glenn Caballero. Mr. Caballero, do you have an attorney?
No, sir.
Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. I'll be with you shortly. Michael Lonkowski. I probably mispronounced that. Lonkuski. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, request an alias KPS warrant, $500 cash bond to release the subject to the call.
Granted, subject thereto. What amount did you say?
$500.
My apologies. Thank you. Dominic Jobert. Dominic was? We'll recall him. Give him a little breather. Jordan Pettis. Jordan Pettis. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, we request the alias case warrant $250 cash bond, judgment subject.
Granted subject thereto. Thank you, sir. Juan Rodriguez. Case was reset to May 4th, 2021. Joel Castillo. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, requesting alias case $500 cash bond, judgment subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. He's also case number 29 on the docket. Sir?
Apply that to the next matter as well.
Certainly. Noe Castillo. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, requesting alias case $500 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject to the call.
Thank you, Mr. Connors. Mr. Connors, for the remainder of this docket, if you don't want to do those, you're doing a lot of squats, getting up and getting down. You're welcome to respond from a seated position. Yeah. I just noticed, I said that at the end of the docket. That wasn't intentional. Noah Amaya. Noah Amaya. Mr. Connors?
Your Honor, we request that alias case $1 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. Noah Amaya is also case number 32. Is that warrant alias case is sufficient for you, sir?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Brandon Brooks. Brandon Brooks. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, requesting alias case $250 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. Thank you, sir. Joe Garcia. Mr. Connors.
Same announcement, Your Honor, case warrant requested $250 cash bond, judgment subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. Monica Pettis. Monica Pettis. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, this case requesting alias case $500 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. Tyrell Sales. Mr. Connors.
Your Honor, requesting alias case $500 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject to the call.
Granted subject thereto. Robert May. Mr. Connors.
Alias case $250 cash bond, judgment needs to be subject. Thank you, Your Honor.
Granted subject thereto. Thank you, sir. Add-ons, Matthew Crawford. Hey, Mr. Crawford, do you have an attorney? Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel this afternoon? Thank you, sir. Have a seat. We'll be with you shortly. Maria Manzano, waiver of arraignment granted April 9th. Same announcement on case number 40 and case number 41. All waivers of arraignment were granted. Luis Esparza.
Expression of counsel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'll just mark L as conferring for right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Add-ons, Juan Urquizo. Mr. Urquizo is in a facility. We need to reset his case as well. Let's do July 27th. Give him some, do we know how long he's going to be there?
No, they don't.
Let's do July 27th, and if we need to pull him off that docket, we can as well.
Yeah, we do his address there.
Okay. Oh, good. So we can kind of keep in touch with her. Thank you. That concludes everybody that I have on the docket. Is there anybody in the audience who did not hear their name? Yes, sir. What's your name? Please stand up and make sure you talk loudly because these masks make it difficult. I still don't know your name. Raymond Acevedo?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'll be with you shortly. And yes, sir, in the back? Dominic. Hold on real quick, sir. 25. Excellent. Mr. Jobert, do you have an attorney? Please stand up. Will you be seeking court-appointed counsel this afternoon? Okay, great. Now, please have a seat. I'll be with y'all just very shortly now. Mr. Acevedo, Please come forward. Do you have any paperwork, sir? It could be he's a magistrate. Yeah. So, Mr. Acevedo, at this point in time, the county attorney or any prosecuting attorney in B County, nobody has filed a charge against you. They have up to 2 years to do so, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I don't have jurisdiction over your case, so the next time that you'll hear from the court will be, we'll send you a written notice saying you need to show up for a court date because you do have a case. And before you leave, I would highly, highly recommend that this is Mr. Loya, my court coordinator. We have Mrs. Bondo at the county attorney's office over there. It is really, really beneficial if you make sure you give us good contact information, because it is not my responsibility to ensure that you get notice. It is my responsibility to give you notice at the address, the contact information that you provided. So if for some reason something happens and this case doesn't get filed for 6 months and you move or you lose your cell phone, you get a different cell phone, there's no way for us to know. So the next time you'll find out that you do have a case will be when you get pulled over driving through a construction zone, and you'll be taken to jail because I've issued a warrant for your arrest. So before you leave today, I would recommend that you make sure that we have multiple ways to get in touch with you. And other than that, I wish you the best of luck, sir. Thank you. And you are excused. Yes, sir. I would do it right this moment. Are you're doing it today? Okay. All right, I'm going to call out the list of individuals who asked excuse me, who asked for a court-appointed counsel. And what you're going to do is Deputy Salas is going to have you all file out into the hallway and show you where you can wait in line to fill out some paperwork. It's really, really simple. It's basically a 2-page application for an affidavit of indigency, in which Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid will walk you through the process of filling the information out. And at the end of that document, they'll submit it to me for consideration on appointment. So we're going to get started with that. Be patient. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it may take 5-10 minutes for each person. There's no rush. We're here all afternoon, and it shouldn't take too long to get you guys situated. So I have down as requesting court-appointed counsel, and you can stand up and start heading to the door when I call your name. Hector Mueller, Freddie Salinas, Nicole Coverts, Jeremiah Martinez, Glenn Caballero, Dominic Jobert, Matthew Crawford. Is there anybody who didn't hear their name who thought they should have heard their name just then? Okay, great. Thank you all very much.
Judge, I have his information.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Acevedo. Please be good. Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome to leave. Yes, sir. Yeah, if an information is ever filed against you, we'll set your case for arraignment on an afternoon docket, and we'll give you a written notice probably 3 weeks before your hearing date. And if you have any issues at the moment in time that you receive that notice, you need to contact us immediately. Don't wait until the last minute, because that doesn't really go over too well with the judge. Thank you, sir. Take care. I think we're going to be done really quickly today. The trials, we're done. We're done. They're going to sign up, and then they're excused.
I gotta look at the review trial. Once they do the affidavit, I can get them back in the court. This is what,
Mhm. Okay.
I'm not trying to do it too quick, that way.
Yeah, give them a chance, but also, do we get the on the affidavits? Will we get them today and tomorrow?
Maybe, yeah, Mr. Hughes is good about it.
Yeah, so let's see, and maybe if there's anything that we can do to accommodate them, if we need
Let's
to
take care of that.
Jeff follow up with them the next day or something like that. Should be really short, Michael. Should be getting you back on the road in the next 30 or 40 minutes, I would think. Miss Salas, would you mind going and making a final call for me? Go ahead and get that done right now. Yeah, it's gonna be a long list.
Let me do some research on this system.
Sure.
It is-
Yeah, that's not,
That's.
that's when I call, it's my guy. I use, what's his name?
And that might be something we just need to get that company to come and do, cleaning,
Mhm.
clean the dust out of it, make sure everything's working properly, type of. Maybe a maintenance call on it.
Mhm.
Because I know we've had problems when we turn one of them off and turn another one on, it goes away. I'm thinking maybe these are kind of getting old.
Normally crackling is a indication of a unsecure connection, right?
Yeah, bad ground mainly.
Something, yeah, okay, yeah, some built up something.
That's why when I used to install park barriers, I always soldered everything together.
Oh, wow. Got a client in Karnes County who's still, that's his primary business. Well, his primary business is growing oil wells, but his prior primary business was, and he's still, and he's,
His hobby.
yeah, but he's got a company and he's got a show company. Like they go around, they put on big shows for
Okay.
sound people, and I was like, that's still a thing? I just didn't know, but yeah, it is apparently. He's a great guy. He's got a couple of Vipers and a really nice, one or two really nice Corvettes. It's always fun when he drives it. Go outside, drool over his vehicles.
Yeah. And there again, we might just need that company to come in and make sure everything is good.
Yeah, just brush it, clean it off.
Because
Is there a sticker of who the company is?
Yeah, look, and on the front.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And I already found the website.
Where are they
for
out of? Corpus?
Technical support. A lot of places,
Yeah, let's give them a shout.
because it's Crown Audio. High-powered amplifiers, bi-directional amplifiers, yeah. Trying to find, there we go. www.crownaudio.com.
Wow.
And that's the big name on the front of the receiver, is Crown.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's like their
Well,
own
and
product?
I'm looking to see if that thing will handle 8 wireless microphones. And supposedly built-in delay feedback suppression compensator. It has one of those.
Oh, good. I always like a compensator before my
Oh,
compression.
no, you forgot the other one, the feedback suppression compensator, yeah.
Yeah, they got that feedback suppression compensator. We probably just need them to check that.
But I don't know what all those numbers mean.
Yeah,
It's gonna call the number.
that's right.
Yeah.
Ready?
All right, Your Honor, the following docket numbers were called with no answers. Docket number 1, number 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, which is also number 22, number 20, 24, 26, number 28, 29, 31, which is also number 32, number 33, number 34, 35, 36, no, that's what I'm saying.
I've got 37. Can you call Robert May? He's the only one I've got extra.
Robert May?
Mhm. No,
Did I write it wrong?
yes, that was Matthew Crawford right after Robert May.
I will call it.
Thank you, man. It's except for case 1, the rest of the cases, alias capias, was granted, and the cases are stricken off of today's docket. The court is retaining case number 1 on the docket of that list. Did you graduate from Stickle?
I did, yes. Yes, Your
What
Honor.
year?
2015.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. Are you a South Texas?
I am, 05.
All right.
Yeah. So
You got a little bit of time on me, but that's good. Yeah. Stuck around Houston, so definitely a lot of South Texas grads.
Yes, sir.
Houston area. Definitely.
Did I overhear you practice up in Conroe?
Yes, we have an office in Houston and in Conroe, primary office in Conroe. We do a lot of criminal defense and immigration defense, so there's 2 detention centers there in Conroe. And we
Okay,
get a lot of
so-
business from there.
So you made quite the trip to come down here.
Yeah, well, this client in particular, he was an immigration client first, and he decided to stick with us on the criminal matter as well, so.
Great.
The boss has, or the lead attorney, he has his son to go to, I guess, A&M Corpus Christi, and he was the one that planned on making the trip down here today, but he got tied up with a federal case he got appointed on. He had to do a detention hearing, so he asked me to make the drive, but as I was telling the council here, it's a nice drive, not too hot, and it's very scenic, so.
Excellent. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. It's not worth the amount of time you have to drive here, but
I don't mind.
very glad you're here. We do have Zoom, and that's an option if we, depending on when you guys moving forward. I know when it comes to any type of plea deals, that gets a little
Right.
cumbersome as far as the paperwork goes, but otherwise, you're welcome to appear by Zoom for as long as we have that flexibility from the OCA. at Stickle, were you a moot quarter, mock trial, or any of that
I did a
stuff?
little criminal trial advocacy. I took the course, but I wasn't part of the mock trial program with Dean Treese. Who
Yeah,
sadly passed away recently. Were you part of that program?
I wasn't good enough. I
And
tried.
they are very
Yeah.
particular, and they're some of the best in the country. So, and he, built that program up. So it was sad to hear that he passed. I think he passed, I think, 6 or 7 months ago. So.
Yeah, it was pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got Rob Galloway still there. So
Yeah.
he's taking care of it.
That's right.
Where'd you go to undergrad?
I went to Texas State.
Oh, okay.
So San Marcos. I
Oh,
was there
excellent.
for 5 years. Kind of stuck around a little longer than I should have.
No shame in that.
Yeah, no, it's
No rush to get out of college.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful city, and the river just calls my name. So.
Oh, I bet so. Are you from Houston originally?
I'm from Conroe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Originally from there.
No, it's pretty. It's changed a lot. Golly.
Yeah, it's population-wise, it's gotten very big. That whole area is probably like doubled in size in the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, it's insane. I went to school in Nacogdoches. I graduated from Stephen F. in
Okay.
99
Yeah.
and then lived in Houston for a decade. So I watched a lot of that just dramatic growth
Yeah.
to the north of the county.
A lot nicer out here. Are you originally from this area?
Yes. Yeah.
As far as waiving arraignment, do we need to formally, do I just need to let you know?
Yeah, what we can do, let's just get on the record here in a second and we'll do that. And that way you don't need to file anything. And
Okay.
then depending on what you guys want to do, we've got some flexibility as far as the next setting pre-trial. I don't know if you have discovery or.
We got a little bit of it, looks like we're still pending some of it, so.
Okay.
might
So,
take a bit of time.
yeah, so if you want me to set middle of the summer, we can do that for you. It's no big deal. So we're really trying to provide as much opportunity to resolve cases quickly, misdemeanor cases. You know,
Right.
I want to keep them off the docket. But so if you want an earlier setting or something, you can always call. This is Mr. Loya. He's my court
I think
coordinator.
our legal assistant did chat with you, Mr. Lawyer, so I appreciate your help over the phone. Thank you.
Yeah, so we really try to accommodate the attorneys as much as possible. So, and we'll get you out of here. Oh, I have Mr. Raven right now. Why don't we do it right now? We can get on the road.
Sure. Thank you.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't got there yet. Yes. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
The court calls cause number 27081, State versus Luis Esparza. This is an arraignment hearing. We have is it Mr. Rivera?
No, actually, my name is Roberto Salazar.
Mr. Salazar. Sorry about that, sir. And do you have, are you making an oral waiver of arraignment on behalf of your client at this time?
That is correct, Your Honor. We're orally waiving arraignment.
Great, thank you very much. We got that on the record. Is there anything further, Mr. Connors, that needs to come before the court?
Just say, Your Honor, Mr. Salazar, that Mr. Salazar some printed discovery and we'll get some media to his office.
Oh,
via
excellent.
Postal service.
That's
All
correct,
right.
Your Honor.
Great, Mr. Salazar, do you have anything further that needs to come before the court?
No, Your Honor.
Great, well, thank you so much. You are excused, as is Mr. Esparza. I called you Mr. Salazar, not Mr.
You did,
Esparza.
yes.
Okay, good. And my apologies. Really nice to meet you. Good talking to you. Best of luck to you. And we'll see you maybe someday soon.
At some point in the future, that's right, yeah.
And you're welcome to stay as long as you want,
All right.
but you don't have to.
Is there any recommendation on somewhere to eat around here? Like,
What do you want?
I mean, maybe some Mexican food or something?
Yeah, which is the best Mexican restaurant right now? Is it the new Agave Jalisco at the old Taco Bell, or is that the best? Yeah, go there. It's new renovation.
Okay.
I like that. I like their food a lot too.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, try it.
One thing for sure is we all have our own opinion on it. don't we?
It's very strong. It's very strong. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do you have a counter recommendation?
Oh, Judge, I wouldn't do that to you. I remember many of you.
It's pretty quick. So, yeah.
Lloyd, sign anything?
Yeah.
I mean, we can do, June would be better. I think we should be able to get a resolution on this. That'd be fine.
Number for our office. the way, what do you think, the little bird whispered, in my ear.
Oh, Herradura is really good. They have really good flautas. That's what I like from Herradura and their breakfast. But that's just me. I think they have the best flautas in town. It's kind of a weirdo thing to say. Have you tried the flautas? Are we still on the record? Okay.
No.
Yes, sir.
So on the first case here,
Yeah.
number one, on the position, and ask if we could, on behalf of this pro se defendant, we would suggest a reset of 2 months on this. The backdrop on this, Judge, these were funeral costs that were being repaid in great amounts. And in fact, a recent payment was made. Don't know why he's not here today, but in the interests of justice and completion of this restitution.
Yeah, absolutely. That's no problem.
That's
2
all.
months?
2 months is great, Judge.
From mid-June, June 14th, June 15th.
And our office is in contact with him. So maybe he thought that was sufficient. So there it is.
No, no worries at all. Yeah, thank you for. Okay, thank you, ma'am. That request for alias capias is granted, and this case is stricken off of today's docket. Is everything all right?
Yeah, because I finished the jail process, so they want me to work on the operational plan.
Ah,
Kind of hard to work on operations plan without a-
when you're not over there.
I said, but I'll review. tomorrow.
Just do a really poor job, and they'll never ask you again.
Didn't fix it yesterday. I said, "Yes, so what's the matter?" Yes, I didn't approve. Of course not.
That's right, different computer system.
I give you the baseline. I work with it. I did most of the work for you.
Yes. No, you don't.
You want me to see if you send me ready?
No, I just don't know who these individuals are.
Another lady that's still not in Charlotte.
Okay,
He just came back in on the application, so he was like,
okay.
but I can go see if it's on the election. I'm sorry, I'm on the election. And the court was in Joe Bailey.
That's all right. I'll say, I've got Mr. Raven. You're my backup bailiff.
Oh,
If
okay.
things get crazy, I know that you'll take care of me. So we've got Miss Her, and then we have Miss Branson. That's all we've got. We've only got 2 cases on the docket. So,
Let me go see if she-
yeah.
He's got the application ready. I can-
We're just resetting the. Do we reset? We don't even reset it. Once we appoint them.
Well, this is the first time that we're in here because it's been done over Zoom.
How do we do it in the old days?
We set them here.
After we would sign the affidavit and release, okay. So we'll do it that way. That shouldn't take too much longer.
Also, we
Only
don't-
2:15. Yeah, if you don't mind. You can do it in the manner in which they came in. If you remember their names, I don't.
Yes. Someone called about a small home. Did you get their tax? They have those. You have to pay this part, but you don't have to pay this. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I think we can make that repayment process very easy. We'll just take it out of the check. I think we can just
Well, no,
divert it.
they say they have them. You want to go?
Yeah, no, I'll take them. Miss Covert, can you come forward, please? Hey, Miss Colbert, I notice you have substantial expenses, but no reported income at all.
Well, I don't have a job, but I live with my boyfriend, but it's not, we're not married.
Okay, so that's why you, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's why.
Okay, no worries. Have a seat. We'll be with you real quickly. Thank you, man. I just kind of struck me. No, no, don't apologize.
You have her affidavit.
Yeah, keep her. Do we have the attorney sign too, or just our?
It's only gonna be area.
We can have her sign. Yeah. Or we can have you can have Ariel sign the stack of them when they come back if we need her.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We wanna set them up for like.
Well, we don't know that it's gonna be Ariel, do we?
Yeah, she's still on, yeah, because she's, Ariel's A through L,
Okay.
and Jeremy was M through Z, so Natalie's gonna be M through Z.
Okay, so here's a Natalie.
Doing her laundry.
Oh my gosh.
The 13th,
We had one
18th.
attorney who was laying in bed. He was taken off the appointment list by Judge Gillum. He just said that was attorney was unprofessional. You're not laying dead on Zoom.
That's crazy.
So you're gonna do June 1st? May 18th. May 18th is like a month.
It's just for an arraignment, right?
That's the one that we do, like, and was helping off her little thing, she was running. Yes. And it's little girl and everything. She didn't have, she had, literally, like, she was teaching. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, the molten straw.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
They have this, room, and you can get like replacement drinks and stuff. So I did. It's like all for me. It's like
Oh, come on. You're hearing noises in your head? You don't need to go home, but they need to send you somewhere. Where's Andy? Yeah, you're lucky. Oh, I'm watching soccer match in Spanish. There's one in Abilene we can refer you to. Yeah, that's the announcers. It's in Spanish. That's funny. Yeah, it's return leg of Champions League quarterfinals. So PSG is playing Bayern and Chelsea's playing Porto right now. So very big games. I do like it. Yeah. No, the PSG Bayern game is a really big game. Chelsea should beat Porto. CVC? No. Women's soccer they're pretty rough and tumble. They're tough. It's good soccer. Oh, softball? Did you say softball? Yeah, the speed they pitch those. Oh, that is pretty. What better way to learn? That's right. Who sells Rogaine? Not only, am I a paid, advertiser, but I'm also a client. I mean, that's credibility right there. Do we have anybody ready? Okay. You want me to start calling them out, or do you want to? Hector Mueller, please come up forward, sir. So he's going to be Natalie. Sir, the court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this case. We have a hearing reset notice that I'm going to have you sign right now. We're resetting. All of these cases are being reset for another arraignment docket on May 18th of 2021. If you have a problem with that date, you need to let your attorney know immediately. Ready, Salinas? Come on down. Mr. Salinas, we've appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you. We're resetting this arraignment hearing for May 18th, 2021. There's Mr. Salinas's paperwork.
Is he excused?
Yes, you're excused. Thank you. And once you've signed this document and received your copy, then you are excused. Have a great day. Best of luck to you. Nicole Coverts, come on down. Court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you. And we've reset your arraignment date for May 18th, the same time, 1:30 in the afternoon. If you have any issues with that date, you need to let your attorney know. Just ASAP, okay? Thank you, Mr. Salinas. Have a good day, sir. Jeremiah Martinez. Mr. Martinez, come on down. Mr. Martinez, the court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this case. We've reset your arraignment date for May 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Thank you, Ms. Coverts. You have a nice afternoon. If you have any problems with that date, you need to get in touch with your attorney ASAP. Glenn Caballero. Okay. And Dominic's still there. Oh, Miss Bustamante. Okay. All right, good.
So our amplifier is probably not the problem.
What do you think it is?
Can these are the microphone or the microphone receiver?
The relay or whatever?
There's 5 different receivers.
Each microphone has its own receiver? So maybe some interference or something?
No, there's only 2 wires that come out of it, out of the amplifier. One goes to that speaker and one goes to that speaker.
That seems pretty simple. Okay, so it's,
I can
wireless
check the
reason.
connections on the back of the speaker, but I'm not taking that.
no, please don't.
I'm pretty good, Judge, but
I don't want to gain the ire of our district judges.
no, and it's possible they're just aging.
Yeah.
And we might be able to get a hold of the front. But you have your amplifier, and then you have the 5 microphone receivers that go into a mixer that then go into the amplifier. So the amplifier is just going to reproduce whatever sound it's put into it.
Right.
And that's why, because I called technical and he says, that's not normal for the amplifier to do.
I just want to hear it too. Who's this gentleman? Mr. Caballero, come on down. Mr. Caballero, the court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this matter. We've reset your arraignment date, which is today's hearing. We've reset it to May 18th of 2021 at the same time. If you have any issues with that date and time, you need to let your attorney know ASAP so they can file appropriate paperwork. I wish you the best of luck, sir, and you are excused once you sign this document and get a copy for yourself. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here this afternoon. Yes, sir. You have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Caballero. Why do we have another one of these from Ms. Bustamante? Ms. Bustamante, she's already shows as being represented.
No, they didn't check that. She was supposed to do one, but she never.
Oh,
did.
she just hadn't done one. Okay. Here's 2 more, Caballero and Bustamante. Oh, yeah, I can check. I don't think so, though. Let me check real quick. Hold on. Martinez or Jeremiah Martinez? No. Let me look at this gentleman as well. That's still her. We really need is a goal. Oh, come on, you got to call that. Sorry.
What are you watching?
Champions
Soccer?
League. Yeah. Oh, he's going to the. No, he's playing. The blue team is Paris Saint-Germain. It's the biggest team in all of France in the French league. Ms. Bustamante, if you'd please come forward. The court has formally appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this matter. Your arraignment has been reset for this hearing that you're here today. The court has been reset to May 18th, 2021 at the same time. And if you have any issues with that date, you need to let your attorney know ASAP. You can take this copy for your records. We'll see you on the 18th and you're excused, and I wish you the best of luck. Mr. Jobert, come on up. Is it Jobert? 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 The court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this matter. We've reset your arraignment date for May 18th, 2021 at the same time. If you have any issues with that particular date, you need to let your attorney know ASAP so they can contact the court. Otherwise, you're excused. I wish you the best of luck. We'll see you in the future, okay? Thank you, sir.
Here.
Dress code.
That's okay. You can try.
Yeah.
It helps me.
That young man that wanted to wear his hoodie, I don't know about that.
What was on the back of his head?
He had like some, like he definitely had an issue, like grainy skin. But I don't know if it.
Oh, he had a skin issue,
Yeah.
not something
But it
carved in the
wasn't-
back of his head.
No, it was nothing like, yeah, it wasn't like a bad decision, like a bad tattoo or anything. But I thought it was gonna be something. I thought it was gonna be looking like a big wound or some scarification, but it's all covered in hair. It looked like a turkey's waddle is what it looked like.
Okay.
It had sort of that, it just,
So,
so,
There's subconscious thing.
yeah, but so that's something. Make a big deal out of it.
We get those.
We probably should have told him, hey, maybe next time don't wear a big puffy jacket, that's a little bit of a red flag, but, something better. Remember how they used to sell those hats in the 80s? When they had the two flaps in the back?
mhm.
Yeah. That's what he needs. He needs neon jams,
Anyway,
trucker hats.
I'm headed to the office.
Okay,
You gonna try to make it?
sure.
We'll be done in time, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Deputy's meeting at 3 o'clock.
Oh, is that, what do we get free there?
Nothing, it's got nothing to do with us.
She just don't want to go.
Well, we're gonna be here a while. See you, deputy. Mr. Crawford, come on down. The court has appointed Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid to represent you in this cause. Your arraignment, which is the hearing you're here for this afternoon, is being reset to May 18th, 2021 at 1:30 in the afternoon. If you have a problem with that date, you need to let your attorney know ASAP so they can contact the court and let us know, and we can try to work something out. I wish you the best of luck, and once you sign this document and get a receipt, you are excused. And have a wonderful afternoon.
I've got one. I'm done.
There's Mr. Crawford's affidavit. Does that get everybody? We still have one matter. We got one matter on the docket. I don't know that she was ever in the courtroom.
Oh, yeah, Kayla Brunson.
Yes, Branson.
And then what are we gonna do with number 1?
Number 1, reset to June 15th, 2021. Oh, that's Miss Branson on Zoom. Miss Branson, we're gonna be, you're the last case on the docket. So we're
Okay.
almost done. And
Okay,
so just hang tight. We'll be with you shortly, okay?
okay, thank you.
we ready on Ms. Branson? Do we have
Well, I
anything?
haven't pointed to her yet.
Oh,
So basically, she appeared, because I already was representing her on the other case, and she was sick, so she was kind of freaking out what to do, and so obviously I decided not to screen her calls, even though I'm not her witness today. But, so we still need to do the paperwork.
Okay.
So I'll have Mike follow up with her.
okay, that's no problem. Ms. Branson, did you hear any of that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, so Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid will be in touch with you to fill out the affidavit of indigency. Once they do that, once you get that done, then it'll be presented to me for appointment, and then you'll have formal counsel. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and excuse you. You can get off the call. We'll wrap up the docket for today, but I'll have some teasers internally on my own court file. So please make sure that you get with Trala and get that affidavit done quickly so that I don't have to
Is
reset.
Ariel still going to be the one that's representing me though? So I just keep in contact with her?
For right now, yes, ma'am. Just keep in contact with Ariel. And if there's a change internally with Trala, they'll let you know.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right,
yeah,
well,
you can
thank you.
call her even later today. Thank you for your patience. I understand
very
from Miss Union that you're under the weather. I hope you feel
Yeah.
better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Same to you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.